The power of self-talk. How your words shape your life. What you say to yourself matters more than you might think. The words that run through your mind every day affect your emotions, decisions, and actions. Whether you realize it or not, you're always listening to yourself. That internal voice called self-talk can either lift you up or drag you down. When you face challenges or important decisions, your thoughts act as a guide, influencing your behavior. Positive self-talk can make you more resilient and motivated, while negative self-talk can lead to stress, anxiety, and self-doubt. Luckily, by becoming aware of how you talk to yourself, you can shift to more supportive thoughts and transform your personal and professional life. What is self-talk? Self-talk refers to the thoughts or words you use in your mind throughout the day. It's like having an ongoing conversation with yourself. Sometimes it happens so naturally that you may not even notice it. This inner dialogue can help you stay focused and motivated, or it can make you feel stuck and overwhelmed. For example, positive self-talk. I've prepared well and I can handle this task. Negative self-talk. I always mess up. I'll never get this right. These little phrases might seem small, but they shape your mood and mindset. The way you think about yourself influences how you feel, act, and respond to the world around you. How self-talk affects your life. The thoughts you have affect more than just your emotions. They can determine your success, happiness, and health. Here's how. 1. Emotions and actions. If you constantly tell yourself things like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, it becomes harder to feel confident. Your brain believes what you repeat, and these thoughts can lead to feelings of frustration, sadness, or hopelessness. This, in turn, makes you more likely to avoid challenges and miss opportunities. 2. Behavior and habits. Negative self-talk often leads to unproductive behavior. For example, thinking, I'll never succeed, might stop you from trying new things or improving your skills. Over time, this can create a pattern of avoiding challenges and feeling stuck in life. 3. Well-being and growth. People who engage in positive self-talk are more likely to bounce back from setbacks, build healthy relationships, and enjoy better mental health. In contrast, those trapped in negative self-talk tend to struggle with low self-esteem, anxiety, and even depression. The danger of negative self-talk. Negative self-talk can become a habit, silently shaping how you feel and behave. It often shows up as self-doubt. I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. Fear of failure. If I try and fail, everyone will laugh at me. Guilt and shame. I always mess things up. I'm a failure. Over time, this type of thinking can create emotional pain and even physical stress. You might feel more anxious, experience mood swings, or struggle with motivation. In extreme cases, negative self-talk can increase the risk of depression and affect your physical health by weakening the immune system. Examples of negative self-talk patterns: all or nothing thinking. If I'm not perfect, I failed. Overgeneralizing. I always mess up. Focusing on the negative, ignoring successes, and only noticing mistakes. The science of self-talk. How your brain processes words. Neuroscience has shown that language plays a key role in shaping how the brain functions. When you talk to yourself, whether aloud or silently, your brain responds as if those thoughts were real events. That's why imagining a success or mentally rehearsing a task can improve your performance, much like physical practice would. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and reasoning, isn't fully developed at birth. It grows as you gain experience. One of the best ways to strengthen this area is through language, especially self-talk. Every time you think through a challenge or remind yourself to stay calm, you're reinforcing positive brain connections. The power of practice. Many athletes use positive self-talk to boost their performance. For example, a basketball player might tell themselves, "I can make this shot," right before taking it. Mental practice and visualization improve their chances of success because the brain doesn't fully distinguish between real actions and imagined ones. This same principle applies to everyday life. If you repeatedly say, "I'm capable and prepared," your brain will treat it as true, making you more confident over time. How to improve your self-talk? Improving your self-talk takes time and effort, but it's worth it. Here are some steps to help you develop positive inner dialogue. 1. Notice negative thoughts. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself throughout the day. Do you often say things like, "I can't," or "I'm not good enough"? Identifying these thoughts is the first step toward change. 2. Challenge irrational beliefs. Some negative thoughts may feel true, but they aren't based on facts. For example, thinking, "I always fail," isn't realistic. Everyone succeeds sometimes. Use a simple method like the triple column technique to challenge negative thoughts. Write down the negative thought, "I'll never get this right," the emotion it causes, frustration and fear. A positive reframe, "I might struggle, but with practice, I can improve." 3. Reframe negative thoughts into positive ones. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, try to rephrase the thought. Instead of saying, "I'm so bad at this," try saying, "I'm learning and I'll get better." Small shifts like these can make a big difference over time. 4. Use encouraging language. Talk to yourself as you would to a friend. Imagine what you'd say to someone you care about if they were struggling. Use the same kind words for yourself. 5. Practice gratitude and self-acceptance. Focus on what you have accomplished, no matter how small. Accept that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy of respect and happiness. Gratitude helps shift your mindset from focusing on what's wrong to appreciating what's good. The benefits of positive self-talk. Developing a positive inner voice has many benefits. It can improve mental health, helps reduce anxiety, depression, and stress, boost confidence, makes you more likely to take on challenges and try new things, enhance performance, helps you perform better in school, work, and sports, strengthen relationships, encourages kindness and understanding toward yourself and others, support physical health. Positive thinking can strengthen your immune system and improve your overall well-being. Overcoming challenges with self-talk, changing the way you talk to yourself, isn't always easy. Deeply ingrained negative thoughts can feel true, even if they aren't. But with practice, you can build a new habit of positive thinking. What to do when negative thoughts return? 1. Pause and reflect. When you notice a negative thought, take a moment to breathe and reflect. 2. Question the thought. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have? 3. Replace with a positive statement. If the thought is untrue or unhelpful, replace it with a kinder, more realistic thought. Dealing with stressful situations in difficult moments, positive self-talk can help you stay calm. For example, instead of thinking, "This is impossible," try, "I'll do my best," and take it one step at a time. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," try, "I'm learning and improving." Final thoughts. Rewrite your inner script. Your inner dialogue has the power to shape your reality. Just like a stage actor can play different roles, you can choose the role you play in your life by changing how you talk to yourself. Positive self-talk isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about being kind to yourself, believing in your potential, and finding the strength to keep going. Think of your mind as a garden. The thoughts you plant and nurture will grow. If you fill it with kind, encouraging thoughts, you'll feel more confident, motivated, and at peace. On the other hand, if you allow negative thoughts to take over, they can choke out your happiness and growth. So take control of your self-talk. Talk to yourself with kindness, patience, and encouragement. Practice positive thinking every day, and soon you'll notice a shift in how you feel and act. Not only will it improve your mental and emotional well-being, but it will also inspire those around you to do the same. Changing the way you talk to yourself isn't easy, but it's one of the most powerful tools you have for shaping your life. Positive self-talk can boost your confidence, help you manage emotions, and support personal growth. Start small, practice regularly, and enjoy the transformation as you rewrite your inner script for a happier. How self-talk affects success and failure. Lesson 3. Recognizing your self-talk patterns every day. We all have conversations with ourselves, even if we don't always notice them. These thoughts, known as self-talk, play a big role in how we handle challenges, opportunities, and setbacks. Whether we're aware of it or not, our self-talk shapes our emotions, actions, and outcomes. It influences our confidence, motivation, and decision-making. Learning to recognize these inner conversations is the first step in gaining control over them and using them to improve your personal and professional life. Our self-talk happens in 3 key stages. 1. Before an event. Imagine you have a big jobs interview tomorrow. While preparing in the morning, you might think, "I don't feel ready. I'll probably mess this up." 2. During the event. In the middle of the interview, you might think, "Wow, I'm doing better than I expected." 3. After the event. The next day, you may reflect on what went well and what didn't. "I forgot to mention my key skills. Next time, I'll make sure to highlight them." These internal conversations shape our perceptions of success or failure. They influence how we approach future situations, whether with confidence or hesitation. Some people naturally use positive self-talk to motivate themselves, while others get stuck in negative thought patterns that hold them back. To create meaningful change in your life, it's important to recognize how you typically talk to yourself. Identifying these patterns allows you to shift toward more helpful thoughts, which can enhance your outcomes. How to identify negative self-talk? Self-talk tends to follow habitual patterns, and many people unknowingly repeat negative thoughts that limit their potential. Below are common types of negative self-talk. As you read through them, try to notice if any sound familiar. 1. All or nothing thinking. You view situations in black and white terms with no middle ground. Example. If I miss this opportunity, my career is over. 2. Minimizing the positive. You downplay your successes or dismiss compliments. Example. It wasn't a big deal. Anyone could have done that. 3. Overgeneralization. You treat a single negative event as proof of ongoing failure. Example. I called them once and they didn't reply. No one ever wants to talk to me. 4. Catastrophizing. You expect the worst-case scenario to happen. Example. If I fail this test, my entire future will be ruined. 5. Emotional reasoning. You assume that your feelings reflect reality. Example. I feel nervous, so I must be bad at public speaking. 6. Labeling yourself. Instead of focusing on your actions, you label yourself negatively. Example. I made a mistake, so I must be an idiot. 7. Taking too much responsibility. You blame yourself for things beyond your control. Example. If the project fails, it's all my fault. 8. Jumping to conclusions. You assume that others are judging you without evidence. Example. They didn't say hello, so they must be mad at me. These thought patterns are called cognitive distortions. They can increase anxiety, sap your motivation, and make it harder to enjoy life. But the good news is, with a little effort, you can challenge these thoughts and change them. Lesson 4. Changing the way you talk to yourself. A common piece of advice is, don't be so hard on yourself. But sometimes, even this advice can feel critical, leading to more negative thoughts. When you're already feeling low, being harsh with yourself only reinforces those negative emotions. To break this cycle, it's essential to replace self-criticism with kindness and self-motivation. A helpful technique for managing negative self-talk is called cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying negative thoughts, questioning their validity, and replacing them with more realistic and positive alternatives. Example of cognitive restructuring. Negative thought. I'll never be good at this. Challenge. Is that really true? Or is it just how I feel right now? Positive replacement. With practice, I can improve step by step. By learning to catch and change these thoughts, you can gradually rewire your brain to think more optimistically. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding a balanced, constructive way of thinking. The power of affirmations. One effective way to build positive self-talk is by using affirmations. These are positive statements about yourself, such as, I am strong and capable. I can handle whatever challenges come my way. Affirmations work best when spoken in the present tense and first person, as if the statement is already true. Even if it feels strange at first, repeating affirmations regularly can have a powerful impact. Your subconscious mind starts to accept these positive beliefs, which influence your behavior and boost your confidence. Example: imagine you're new to playing golf. If you repeatedly say, "I am a skilled golfer," it might feel silly at first. But over time, your brain begins to believe it, and you start approaching the game with more confidence. The improvement you see isn't just because of the affirmation, it's because believing in yourself helps you focus, stay motivated, and take action. Developing a self-reflection routine to make lasting changes in your self-talk. It's important to build a habit of self-reflection. This can be done through simple activities like journaling, meditation, or talking with trusted friends or mentors. 1. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and emotions helps you understand patterns in your thinking. For example, you might notice that you tend to think negatively after stressful events. Journaling allows you to reflect on these experiences and find solutions. 2. Meditation and relaxation. These practices help calm your mind, reduce stress, and improve focus. A relaxed mind is more likely to engage in positive self-talk. Regular meditation can also help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, making it easier to manage them. 3. Talking to others. Sharing your thoughts with trusted people can give you new perspectives. Sometimes we get stuck in our heads, and talking things out helps us see things more clearly. Staying consistent with positive self-talk, just like building physical strength at the gym, changing your self-talk takes time and consistency. It won't happen overnight, but with regular practice, you'll start to see results. Here are some tips to stay on track. Practice daily. Set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on your thoughts or repeat affirmations. Track your progress. Write down moments when you successfully replaced negative thoughts with positive ones. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge even the small improvements. Every step counts. Be patient. It's normal to have setbacks. What matters is that you keep going and treat yourself with kindness. Why positive self-talk matters. When you engage in positive self-talk, you become more confident and optimistic. This doesn't mean you'll never have negative thoughts, but it does mean you'll be better equipped to handle them. During moments of confidence, you're more likely to take risks, solve problems creatively, and connect with others in meaningful ways. In contrast, when negative self-talk dominates, it can prevent you from taking action. You may doubt yourself or avoid challenges altogether. But by building a habit of positive self-talk, you train your mind to focus on opportunities rather than obstacles. Conclusion: empowering yourself with positive self-talk, changing the way you talk to yourself, is a powerful way to improve your life. It's not about pretending everything is perfect, but about learning to treat yourself with kindness and encouragement. By recognizing negative self-talk patterns, practicing affirmations, and staying consistent with self-reflection, you can shift your mindset toward success. Throughout the week, try to notice moments when you're at your best. Pay attention to what behaviors make you feel proud and confident. Reflect on those moments and use them as fuel to strengthen your self-talk. The key to lasting change lies in awareness and practice. The more you engage in positive self-talk, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you'll build the mental habits that support your goals and help you reach your full potential. So, start today one thought at a time and watch how your inner dialogue transforms your life. Transforming self-concept and building positive self-talk. The journey to personal growth begins by changing how you see yourself and what you believe. This shift in your self-concept, your beliefs about who you are, plays a crucial role in your development. At first, exercises that help reframe your thinking might feel boring or childish. This is normal, especially when you're not used to them. You may wonder if they're worth your time. But over time, as you engage with these activities, your mind and body will become familiar with them, and they will begin to feel more natural. At that point, these exercises won't require deep thought or analysis. They'll just flow. However, this process takes time, patience, and consistent practice. The way you experience these exercises is just as important as doing them. It's not just about reading words or repeating phrases. It's about connecting emotionally. These activities can stir different emotions: sadness, embarrassment, joy, or excitement. That's okay. All these feelings are part of the process. Learning to talk kindly to yourself is essential for improving self-esteem and confidence. It's best to work on one goal at a time and enjoy the journey. Growth becomes more satisfying when you allow yourself to appreciate the small victories along the way. A great way to practice positive self-talk is to record affirmations, positive statements that align with your goals and beliefs, and play them repeatedly. You can do this while driving, shaving, or doing other daily tasks. Repetition is key because it helps ingrain these thoughts into your subconscious mind. The more you hear them, the more you believe them. Over time, your beliefs about yourself will change, and that change will reflect in your actions. Altering your inner dialogue is the foundation of changing your external reality. Releasing old beliefs and developing inner dialogue. If these exercises feel uncomfortable or awkward, it might be because someone in your past, perhaps a parent, teacher, or friend, made you believe that such practices are silly. It's important to recognize how the beliefs we absorbed from others shape our thoughts today. The good news is that you can replace negative self-talk with encouraging thoughts, but it takes effort. Developing positive inner dialogue means learning to catch negative thoughts before they take root and replacing them with affirmations that support your growth. One of the keys to effective self-talk is setting realistic goals. Expecting yourself to ignore other people's opinions completely might not be practical. It's normal to care about what others think to some degree, but you get to decide how much influence their opinions have over you. Trusting your instincts will guide you in recognizing when to raise your self-talk defenses. Self-talk is not about ignoring negative thoughts. It's about acknowledging them, understanding why they affect you, and consciously choosing not to let them take control. Your positive self is always present, even during difficult times. It's important to protect that part of you and nurture it. Your self-worth isn't fixed. It can grow over time. Learning to appreciate who you are helps you maintain a healthy perspective, even when faced with criticism or challenges. Understanding how others see you can be valuable, but you must also set boundaries. You don't need to internalize every opinion directed at you. Self-talk helps you stay grounded and keep things in perspective, ensuring that you respond to situations logically instead of reacting emotionally. When you trust your intuition and practice self-talk regularly, you'll be better equipped to handle challenges without feeling overwhelmed. Planning for challenges and building resilience when preparing for conflicts or setbacks, it's essential to plan how you will respond. Think about what aspects of the situation you can control and find a way to express yourself without feeling criticized or misunderstood. Everyone experiences self-doubt differently. Some people criticize themselves for their appearance, while others focus on intelligence, success, or authenticity. Identifying these traps can help you understand what triggers negative thoughts and give you the tools to respond differently. Building a growth mindset is crucial for long-term development. This mindset focuses on effort, learning, and persistence rather than fixed abilities or talents. In the past, people believed that our brains stop growing after a certain point. However, research shows that our brains can develop new connections throughout life. With this understanding, we can approach challenges with curiosity and see mistakes as opportunities to learn. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, a growth mindset encourages us to look for creative solutions and keep moving forward. This way of thinking also boosts confidence. When you focus on the process, such as effort, passion, and strategy, you become more resilient and motivated, even in the face of obstacles. Learning from others who have achieved success through hard work and persistence can inspire you to stay on track. Setting goals and using positive self-talk are essential tools for maintaining focus and building confidence. Whether in sports, work, or personal life, self-talk reinforces your belief that you can overcome challenges and reach your objectives. The connection between goals and self-talk and goal setting are closely connected. Research shows that athletes often use self-talk to assess their progress toward their goals. As they make progress, their positive self-talk boosts their motivation and keeps them focused. Coaches also play a role by providing feedback that aligns with the athlete's self-talk. This helps athletes stay on track and adjust their goals as needed. The same principle applies to everyday life. Whether you're pursuing career goals, improving relationships, or working on personal growth, self-talk can guide you along the way. Setting meaningful goals is the first step toward achieving them, but maintaining focus is equally important. Even with the best intentions, it's easy to lose sight of your goals if you don't stay mentally engaged. Think about what you say to yourself when things get tough. Your self-talk can either open your mind to new possibilities or keep you stuck in old patterns. Just as you plan for your career or personal projects, you should also make time for emotional and spiritual goals. Practices like kindness, gratitude, and patience are essential for personal growth and well-being. Managing emotions and choosing your response. Our emotions and instincts influence how we respond to life's challenges. However, We have the power to choose our response. Practicing positive self-talk helps you stay calm and focused, even when faced with difficulties. This approach allows you to rise above negativity and focus on what truly matters. Making personal sacrifices, like giving up bad habits or limiting exposure to negative influences, can feel challenging, but the rewards are transformative. When you prioritize your mental and emotional well-being, you'll experience greater peace and fulfillment. Every day is an opportunity to practice habits that align with your values and goals. Your morning routines, for example, can set the tone for the rest of your day. Whether it's journaling, meditating, or practicing gratitude, starting your day with intention helps you stay aligned with your goals. Self-talk in relationships. The way you talk to yourself also affects your relationships with others. Negative self-talk can create misunderstandings and lead to unintentional conflicts. If someone speaks negatively about themselves, they may be seeking validation or encouragement. However, friends may unintentionally reinforce those negative thoughts by focusing on the downside. On the other hand, overly positive responses can seem insincere and may be rejected. This is why it's essential to communicate with authenticity, both with yourself and others. Your actions, expressions, and tone reflect the thoughts you hold about yourself. If you constantly expose yourself to negative thoughts, those around you may start to mirror that negativity. But when you fill your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, you create a more uplifting environment for yourself and those around you. The old saying, "What you put out into the world comes back to you," holds some truth. Your words will be heard, but your actions and energy will have an even greater impact. By nurturing positive self-talk, you can create better experiences and build stronger, healthier relationships. Conclusion: transforming your self-talk is a powerful way to improve your life. It starts with changing how you see yourself and replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations. This process takes time, practice, and patience, but the rewards are worth it. Setting realistic goals, trusting your instincts, and planning ahead for challenges will help you stay focused and resilient. Whether you're working on personal growth, improving relationships, or achieving career goals, positive self-talk will guide you along the way. Your self-talk influences not only how you feel about yourself, but also how you interact with others. By nurturing positive thoughts and staying committed to your growth, you can create a more fulfilling life. Every day is a chance to practice kindness, patience, and gratitude, and by doing so, you'll inspire others to do the same. Remember, the way you talk to yourself matters. Choose words that empower and uplift you, and you'll be better equipped to face any challenge that comes your way. When we face pressure, it's easy to fall into the same perfectionism we warn others about. It's normal to become very aware of our thoughts during these moments. Even small doubts can feel overwhelming and hard to ignore. But it's important to remember that how we think about ourselves shapes who we become. Studies show that our inner thoughts, or self-talk, affect our behavior in real ways. What we tell ourselves can either encourage us to act with kindness or push us to behave selfishly. The words we choose, even in our thoughts, have the power to shape how others see us and whether they trust us. When we focus too much on ourselves, our worries, thoughts, or mistakes, others can sense it. But when we shift our focus toward others and try to support their emotional well-being, we become less self-centered. This way, we can communicate with genuine kindness. True kindness isn't about expecting something in return, it's about helping others feel safe and valued. This shift in focus helps us build stronger, more meaningful connections. Success and recognition usually come from consistent effort and teamwork. When people work together toward a common goal, their efforts are easier to understand and appreciate. A key part of achieving success is giving clear, supportive feedback to others. This helps everyone grow. It's also helpful to ask yourself regularly, what kind of thoughts do I say to myself? Are they helpful or hurtful? Humans, like other animals, rely on strong social connections for survival. These connections shape our emotions. But humans are unique because we can think deeply about our feelings and express them in words. One way we share how we feel is by saying things like, I feel happy or I feel frustrated. These phrases are simple but powerful. They show whether we feel connected to our thoughts or disconnected from them. Having strong emotional connections with others isn't just nice to have, it's something we need to thrive. Using positive self-talk can help us grow, but only if we truly want to improve. Sometimes we don't feel the need to change until we face a crisis. This is why many successful people recommend doing a personal check-in twice a year. During these self-checks, you reflect on where you are in life and where you want to go. Everyone's journey is different, and what we value can change over time. That's why it's important to adjust our actions to match our current values. Improvement doesn't happen automatically. It takes effort and patience. We also need to accept that failure is part of the process. Athletes, for example, often experience setbacks in games. But the most important thing is to stay focused on the bigger goal. Winning isn't always about avoiding failure. It's about staying in the game long enough to achieve victory. Jerry Seinfeld put it simply, I win because I keep playing. This kind of persistence helps us push through challenges. Understanding and accepting ourselves is essential for happiness. Without self-understanding, it's hard to make positive changes or find satisfaction in life. The way others treat us, whether it's family, friends, or even strangers, also shapes how we see ourselves. As children, we tend to label ourselves as either smart or not, strong or weak. When we grow up, we start comparing ourselves to others more often, which can lead to harsh self-criticism. Parents sometimes compare their children to others, hoping it will inspire change. They want their kids to follow positive examples. But while comparisons can be helpful, they can also create stress if they make children feel like they don't measure up. Stress comes from many sources, including negative thoughts, nervousness, and physical tension. These feelings can reduce our performance, harm our health, and even cause accidents. How we interpret challenges and events plays a big role in how we experience them. If we see every problem as a disaster, it will feel that way. But if we learn to view challenges as opportunities to grow, we become more resilient. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks and keep moving forward. It helps us turn difficult moments into opportunities for personal growth. Resilience works like a shield, protecting us emotionally from stress, just like the immune system protects our body from illness. It gives us the strength to turn losses into gains, like finding new purpose after losing a job or gaining self-worth after a personal failure. Without resilience, it's easy to get stuck in negative thinking and lose hope for the future. Developing positive self-talk can be challenging at first, but the more we practice, the easier it becomes. There may be times when negative thoughts slip back in, but that's okay. The key is to notice when this happens. Once you're aware of negative self-talk, take a moment to pause and relax. Then, try to replace those thoughts with more positive and encouraging ones. It's also helpful to reflect on your past successes. Think about what you've achieved and what helped you succeed. This can remind you that you're capable of overcoming challenges. With time, you'll get better at managing your thoughts and staying on track. Building strong emotional connections with others is essential for personal growth. It helps us feel supported and understood, which makes it easier to handle stress and setbacks. When we feel connected to others, we also tend to have a more positive outlook on life. This makes it easier to believe that things will get better, even when times are tough. The way we talk to ourselves has a huge impact on our mental well-being. By practicing positive self-talk, we can build resilience, strengthen our relationships, and improve our overall happiness. And while it's normal to face challenges along the way, staying persistent and open to growth will help us succeed. In the end, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, effort, and patience. But by focusing on positive thoughts and meaningful connections, we can create a life that feels fulfilling and balanced. Remember, every small step you take towards self-improvement counts, and each effort brings you closer to the life you want.